So why do we feel guilty or guilt? Have you ever tried to fall asleep and suddenly a memory from the past that you don't want comes flooding back? Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe it was a sentence that you wish you could take back that you said. A moment where you disappointed somebody or maybe even yourself. I myself have had many nights like that. A quiet house, the lights were off, everything seemed peaceful on the outside, but something inside still feels unsettled. Why does guilt cling to us long after life has moved on? So today we're asking a basic human question. Why does guilt seem to follow us? There has been moments in my own life years ago when I said something that I shouldn't have. I was careless. Not cruel, not loud, but it was wrong. And for a long time afterwards, whenever life got quiet, that sentence, the thing that I said, the thing that I did, comes back to haunt me. I tried to use all the things that people suggest to work harder, bury myself in responsibilities. I told myself that everyone makes mistakes. I tried to drown it with busyness, but guilt always has a way to seem to slip back through the cracks. And then I remembered thinking, if time heals all wounds, then why hasn't it healed this one inside of me? You see, there's something fascinating about humankind. We carry an invisible moral weight. Even people who don't believe in God still feel this same weight. It's guilt, and that alone should make us pause. We can clean up our behavior, but we cannot clean up our conscience. We can change our habits, our jobs, or relationship, but the deeper part of us still stays the same. Guilt resurfaces because it was never resolved. It was only covered. A while back, I read in an ancient piece of writing nearly 2,000 years ago, and it was describing guilt better than anything that I've ever heard. It said that all our attempts to make ourselves clean never actually make us clean inside. It says guilt has a way of reminding us of what remains unresolved. When I first read that, I thought, whoever wrote this understood the human heart. And then came the surprising part. It said there is a way to cleanse the conscience, not by rituals, not by trying harder, not by distracting ourselves more, but by something done for us, in us, not by us. The ancient writer was describing a person, a man who suffered forgiveness, not as a religious system, but as a rescue. That man was Jesus. And the ancient writing, well, it's from a book called Hebrews, chapter 10. If you see in there, you'll notice something important. Long before it mentions Jesus, it speaks to the very thing all of us know inside. Guilt is real, and we cannot free ourselves from it. So what does this mean for our everyday life? Whether you believe in God or you don't, your guilt has a source deeper than psychology. It cannot be erased by time or by effort. Healing begins with honesty, not pretending. And Jesus offers cleansing, not condemnation, not a cover-up, forgiveness. Let me ask you this gently. What is the one thing from your past that still follows you? And what things have you done to actually try to silence that guilt from the past? Has anything worked? Some try alcohol, some try substance. Guilt was never meant to be carried alone. So I want to give you a challenge for this week. Take 3 quiet minutes. Sit somewhere alone, no music, no distractions, no substance, and just say this quietly. God, if you're real, you know the things that I carry. Show me if there is a way to be free from this guilt. You lose nothing by being honest, and you may actually gain peace. So, pick up a Bible, open to Hebrews chapter 10. Read. God wants us to be free from guilt. So walk your life in honesty, walk it in light, and in peace. Guilt was meant to be laid down, not to be carried.